Hey, boy.
There you go. There you go.
What's going on, brother?
There you
What's
go.
going on, brother?
Scotty's calling me. What's up, baby?
Calling me. I'm in the zone. I gotta see my
Man,
dog.
I'm a huge fan.
Hey, man. Hey, I'm glad y'all.
Hey, Bo,
had
what's
me
up,
on
baby?
this,
Everything good, man?
Which one of y'all Q?
Oh, I'm
Trav, man, right here in the green. I'm Trav.
Okay.
My man Q, check this out. My man Q, he just had surgery, man. So he out right now. He gonna be out for about 6 weeks.
Oh man. I pray that brother get well soon.
Oh yeah. Today, man, he doing good, man. Everything is good. So thanks for asking.
Definitely, man. So how y'all doing?
I'm
man.
And with this COVID-19, man, you got your mask. I got like 10 different masks, man.
Man, I got like 3 or 4 different masks. I'm social distancing right now. So happen I don't be nobody around me, but I got my geek mask right here handy somewhere. It's in my vicinity.
Knowing you got a white mask to match your white sunglasses, right?
I actually got on orange socks today.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about, man.
I actually have I'm true to it. Definitely true to it.
That's Fabo. That's Fabo, though.
Fabo.
That's crazy though, because I had on some footage before this playing basketball with my son. I'm not as young as I used to be.
I know.
You're still a young man.
I had something popped out there. I was like, pray for Jesus. I hope I can get up.
Hey, Fabe, I bet you can't throw that leg up like that no more,
man, I probably can't do it on this show right now, but I definitely can do it.
Hey, well, check this. Everybody who you are, man. Let me give you your flowers, all right? Let me give you your flowers.
Man, that's what's up.
Okay, first of all, man, Laffy Taffy. This man is from D4L. His song, Laffy Taffy, #1 on US Billboard chart, 3 times platinum. 3 times platinum. Out the #1 spot. They knocking off Mariah Carey.
Yeah, and Kanye West with the gold diggers.
Man, that was huge, man.
Yeah, Kanye West with the gold diggers. I kept him in that spot for a couple of weeks to a few weeks. I think it was a few weeks.
That, man. It said it was the most downloaded song in music history. Y'all in the
Guinness
book. Y'all in the Guinness book?
At that particular time, I thought it was dope too, man, because I don't think we realized the significance of it at that time. But to see what streaming is right now, and to know that we actually started that wave, to see what Soulja Boy did after that, and a lot of the artists that came after that, they was able to use that platform that we created, the YouTube platform. I remember when YouTube started Ustream. Mm-hmm. It was the first time you could actually do what we're doing right now. I was in Japan, and my man's Billy Stokes hit me up. I don't know if y'all know Billy Stokes from Atlanta, but he hit me up. He was like, yo, they got this new thing where you could be broadcasting straight from Japan while you on stage. He was so excited. And I was like, man, you crazy. They can't do no junk like that. You're going to need those big old cameras and wires and all that. And he was like, no, just turn it on. And just up until last year, I had these videos of me because I had seen James Brown in his basement doing these solo dance routines. No one online. I couldn't find any on YouTube. Yep. And so I just started doing them back to back. And I had the only videos up online of me single dancing, because everything else was Britney Spears dances, which was Kevin Federline and all them dudes. And then you came on there, Michael Jackson old dancers, Janet Jackson old dancers. You got all these people on there teaching choreography and stuff like that. Beyonce dancers came along, all of this. But if you go back and look at the Young Thugs, I Feel Like Fabo video, you'll actually see one of those. I took them down because I fell out with my partner a few years back. And I was mad. The plays had like millions of views on them. And I was like, I'm retiring. And so I erased my whole YouTube. But I had all these videos up there. And I just found the hard drive the other day with all of these single videos. So I'm going to repost them.
That's dope, man. What I do want to let you know is that I'm a DJ. I started DJing in 2005. That's when y'all was popping. Y'all was popping. So when I came into I was turned on to y'all immediately, man. And I was just playing all of that, man. And it was just
that was a dope era, man.
It was, man.
It was a dope era. I mean, I know
all across the country.
Yeah. It was crazy, man. It's a lot of stuff going on nowadays, and I say when our era was out there, you had that violence in there, but it was just so much fun. Just so many people dancing, everybody trying to come up with a routine. Then that created the Dougie and all of these other different dances. So I just think when that era was gone, and you got a lot of other stuff that I don't think we was ready for. You know.
But you know what? It ain't going nowhere. I was just telling my man that when I DJ tailgates, and at the tailgates, that's all I play. Is
you gotta play that. You gotta play that.
2000. Let me tell you, man. It goes so hard. I mean, you gotta play that. You gotta play Geeked Up, man. You gotta play it, man.
Yeah, at the witching hour, you definitely. I don't care what club you in. Pop. Yeah, what city? I don't care what city you in, what club you in. At the height of the party, you know what song to drop. It's gonna be that either that C Murder, cause I'm down for or whatever, and that Hot Boys. We on fire.
Man,
you gotta play that. Geeked Up. It's gotta be one of those songs.
You see, we broadcasting right now.
Right.
We interviewing you from Ohio, but I'm gonna let you know I'm from the South. You can see it in the back.
Yeah,
I'm from the South, but so that's one. Man, I was so excited about this, and for him to ask me to be on a guest show, because man, Geeked Up actually made me want to start smoking weed.
Well, I
couldn't do it because of the job, because of the occupation I'm in. I couldn't do it.
A lot of people who listen to the song, they never listen to it all the way to the end.
Right.
And at the end of the song, I literally tell people the geek is not about being in some place that that you have to relieve yourself of your soberness. You feel what I'm saying?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
The geek is actually that place that you go to that no one else can go and only you can come back from. That's what the geek is. So that means if I get into it with my mama and she tells me, shut the fuck up, I knock your ass out. And then you walk out of the house, you're still mad at your mom. But the first person to say something to you, the geek will make you knock his ass out.
Check that out.
You ever seen somebody get to arguing and you was just partying with them, kicking it, but you can't bring them back. Somebody go in, you see that trying to pull him. He geeked up. Ain't no way to get him back. You feel what I'm saying? He the only one can bring himself back. And then I equate that with people who do get high. I used to get high. I used to be one of those people who look for the pill, look for whatever it was, but I was just trying to escape reality. Because in reality, I didn't like to deal with my surroundings, whether it was the police shootings, whether it was everybody in my family smoking crack. I was in that era where you had to watch all of this constantly. So in my mind, I felt like, wow, how do I escape this place or whatever? So I found myself, trying to get there quicker. So, my mama didn't have to piss me off. My girlfriend didn't have to piss me off. You could you go like one of these dudes in front of the store, he get his geek quicker. He go in there, buy a paint and look and turn it up. He might want to go to that place that only he can come from quicker. He's going to piss on his way out. No, I'm just playing.
Hey, check that out.
Hey,
that
you know
song
what?
is that I didn't realize that song was that deep.
I wanted to see, everybody doing these Instagram battles. I wanted to see an Instagram battle with Franchise Boys and D4L, man.
Yeah, they're going to lose. Yeah, they're going to lose. We got too many. They only had, what, 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I think they like me and
White Tee.
And I think they had the one with one of them, boom, 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 whatever that song was where they had to beat like Smile For Me, Daddy. Let me see you grill. Yeah. They had a song like that or something, right? I forgot which one it was, but yeah, they got 3. I got what? Let's not even name a D4L song. I got Saturday. I got Cupid Shuffle. I got
What's up?
Chance. I got the One Chance. I got the What's Happening, What's Up. All those songs was bigger than every song they had except for Lean With It, Rock With It. That's it. Exactly. But all of those songs sold more than everything. And then if we're going to put Lean With It, Rock With It in there, that Bally went platinum and Laffy Taffy sold 3 times platinum. So I would say we won that argument. There's no franchise without D4L. There's no D4L without franchise because they put us on. We was on the road with them. But I just felt like when we came off the road and they went on to their solo situation, I didn't understand the industry. I was like, yo, them dudes left us. It's whatever, I was mad just like everybody else because I didn't know the industry. So when I seen them on TV one day and the guy asked them on Rap City, he was like, yo, who came up with this dance. And I'm on the road with Juice Magazine. I'm on the road with all of these people. We in Daytona. We got shot at. We did all kind of stuff, you know, where I was with them and everybody knew who was dancing. Like, these cats didn't dance. They was trapping, doing all kind of stuff. One of them was in college. I think that was pimping. So when Parlay said it was me, I literally walked right in the booth and said, "You fucking thieves." Like, that was the first thing came out of my mouth. You see what I'm saying? So when you listen to Bet You Can't Do It Like Me,
right,
it was that moment that I walked in there and made, "I bet you can't do it like me." Why would I say, "I bet you can't do it like me," and call them fucking thieves on my first single that didn't come out until after Laffy Taffy? You had to live in Atlanta or the South to know that they was trying to steal our dance when they made Lean With It, Rock With It, because Bet You Can't Do It Like Me was so hard on their ass on the streets that they came home and recorded Lean With It, Rock With It. Because remember, they was promoting White Tee, and we had Bet You Can't Do It Like Me in the street. But the world know us from Laffy Taffy. See, that's why they kind of got that little bit. But yeah, ain't no competition.
Ain't no competition.
Nah, man, we gotta go up and say somebody with some hits.
Listen, if you want to know what he's talking about, go listen to Bet You Can't Do It Like Me. And in the beginning, he go, "Fucking thief."
You fucking thief.
I always wondered what that meant, but now I know what.
Yeah, when they asked that cat who
know.
Yeah, when they and then my dance initially was just the boom, boom, clap. That was what my granddaddy used to do. He used to be at the Lookout House, he'd be drunk, and he'll do it to every beat, like boom, and he'd be staggering with it. Boom. But the kids turned I went to jail for 63 days. I don't know if you remember that, when everything jumped off. And so when I got out, we was literally stars. Like, I didn't know what was going on. I was already a star. Everybody knew my name, you know, and all of that. But when I got out, I started seeing the kids in the neighborhood. They was throwing their shoulders with it and boom, popping and throwing it in the air and boom. And, you know, I'm a hustler, man. I had to get better than them.
Right.
So it evolved. It evolved into what you see me doing now. And I was never a dancer. Like, dude, I did the dances that you did. The Michael Jackson moonwalk. You know, whatever else, you know, I was doing that. But when you sell millions of copies, and you got a lot of people wearing Dickies and socks and white shades, you have to remain the best. So, you know, I guess I just started working on it, you know, and I started standing on my toes and bending my leg back, and I didn't know I could do that stuff.
You know, coming up, that era is probably the last you ever see of a rap group. Why is that rap groups, we can't have rap groups anymore? Or, you know, from your perspective, because that's, like I said, that era was the last of the rap groups.
Yeah, we was never actually a rap group. Like I said, I went to jail for 63 days, and when the song blew up, I got out and I was in a group. It was 100 of us, so you got to know if a song jumps off, you know, it could be solo, but that song was a group effort. I had Scotty already. I had Laffy Taffy in the wings with one verse on it. We had a lot of songs already ready to go, but when I was in jail, those are the songs that they put on the CD. Once we had, I think if we would have put any of our songs on there, they all would have, you know, you would have picked one off of that. You know what I mean? But when I got out of jail, I was in a group. So I would say, you know, Stuntman and Mookbeat, Lil Mark, Stuntman and Shawty Low called themselves a group, but Low and Stunt, they didn't rap. So Mookbeat and Lil Mark was a group, which they had the Front Street Whoa. They was already on the street tearing it up. They had the song in the club, and Franchise had the song Money with me featuring on it. I was actually featuring on the Front Street Whoa too. That's how Shawty Low started messing with me, because I was coming from me and Dro group. See, me and Dro used to be in a group. You see what I'm saying? Me and Dro was a group already, so I didn't want to be in a group, trust me. But it's a team effort to get us here, and I felt like, why come in with my selfishness and go to, I was a solo act? Nah, it was all about the group after that or whatever. But, you know, when you are from the hood, 90% of the times you got to think that a lot of these guys come flat out the hood, like flat out of the hood. So everything they have to learn is on the fly, and learning how to be real brothers to somebody who's actually not your brother in the hood is a hard thing to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because your brother constantly around, you know, so building that bond that you need, like Andre and Big Boy, like Sean Paul and J-Bo, like these guys who stay together for years, you know, even though you don't see them when they come together, they still make, you know what I mean, beautiful music. But I don't know, man. All I can say is that you're a product of your environment. And we can see what our environment doing to us nowadays. So trying to stay in a group in different hoods too. D4L was from 3 or 4 different hoods. So every time I come, I'm bringing 4 of my homeboys. One of my partners done killed one of his partners before. We try to make them get along on the bus. You know, all kind of stuff going on in these situations. And I'm quite sure it's the same for every group.
So let me ask you this. What do you think about the Migos?
Oh, I mean, I try to stay out of everybody else's business. I don't know.
I said, what do you think about the Migos?
Oh, I love them as a group.
Me too. I love them too. I love them too, man.
Love them. I fucking love them as a group. I thought you was talking about their current situation. Nah, I fucking love them as a group. Yeah,
I love them too, man.
I fucking love them. I think they changed the culture. I think I wouldn't even dress like I dress now without the Migos. Like, you know, the chains and the bracelets and I didn't dress like that at first. A lot of people knew me for the plain Jane. I go in Targets, and still I go in Targets and buy a shirt. I just think wearing a $7 shirt on stage, messing it up, is better than wearing a $400 shirt. I don't care what nobody says.
Exactly.
You know, you can't wear it but one time.
Right, exactly. Hey, I noticed that you worked with R. Kelly on the.
No, I didn't. No,
what was it like to work with R. Kelly?
That nigga stole my song. Pray for Jesus. I ain't work with him. He stole my song.
That wasn't your song?
Really?
Yeah, he stole my song. I ain't going to the studio with that nigga. Hell no. Pray for Jesus. I didn't either. Don't back it up. I don't know him. Look.
Talk about that. That. Did you was there a lawsuit?
Actually, I was in the studio working on my project. And when you're in the studio, A&R is always giving you all different kind of songs or whatever. And this is R. Kelly at the time. This is 15 years ago.
Right.
You know, and he had beat some charges or whatever, but I don't think we was looking at him like that. You know, as a black man, I was figuring she trying to railroad the brother, you know, just like everybody else at the time. So, you know, even doing the feature then, I had some skepticism, you know, about doing the feature. So I was kind of procrastinating on it or whatever. And I literally purposely, I wish my partner was right here so he could I purposely left the ad-libs off the song or whatever. And it was like, make that ass do the gorilla, babe. And I had all these ad-libs that I took off so they wouldn't put the song out. And Pray for Jesus, I was so high, he put it out. You know? And he still owed me $10,000 too. So we can get that, Robert.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
I don't know if you're going to get that.
I don't know if I'm going to get it either. That's why I said R. Kelly can get it.
Okay, I noticed that.
Yeah.
Too, man. What was it like to work with George Clinton?
Oh, George Clinton was dope, man. I actually had a chance to go in the studio with George Clinton, and we was over there with Cool Ace. I don't know if y'all know Cool Ace from Atlanta. A lot of my moves come from Cool Ace, man. I grew up watching him, like, you know, just like Michael Jackson watched Jackie Wilson. I watched Cool Ace at the club. You know what I mean?
Right.
I don't know if you remember him from that. Was it Hoes in the Club Showing Love?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Tila. That was Tila. Yeah.
Is that Tila project? And then did he do something on was it? Man, I can't think of UGK. He did something on UGK project back in the day. Or whatever, but his name Cool Ace. He a legend in Atlanta. Like he a legend. Like he couldn't go anywhere and say his name without anybody knowing him. But I got a lot of my moves from Cool Ace. You know, and Asim called me to the studio one day and was like, yo, come through. And I go over there, and lo and behold, man, Mr. George Clinton said, you know how you see the police in your river? Right. That's how my chest dropped, like heart dropped. Yeah. When I seen him in there, because I watched all of those videos from the mothership coming out of the air. I've watched all the Boosie Collins stuff. Like I'm a historian when it come down to that stuff. So just having a chance to meet him was dope. And we went in the booth and we recorded our verses together. Well, I recorded my verse right there. He did a lot of chanting behind me and stuff like that. We had to take it out because he wouldn't stop. But you know, he loved that studio. And it's crazy, right, to this day that I met his daughter on some totally other stuff right now. And she's a part of my squad. And actually tomorrow is Mr. George Clinton's birthday. And we getting him a present right now.
Oh, that's dope, man. All right. Dope, man. That's what's up.
You I got a son. I know a little bit about the Atlanta area. My son used to live in Norcross.
Yeah, that's way. Then I go outside and Black Lives Matter.
So, but Killer Mike is from the area, and I know he's kind of like in the activist mode right now. You ever collaborate with him on some of your activist situations in Atlanta?
I've never had a chance to collaborate with Mike, and but I want him to know that I don't watch TV at all. I don't have cable in my house, not for my kids. That stuff, and I get all my news from D.L. Hughley, Killer Mike,
or Willie D.
I used to watch Willie D, but he got some dudes that he go left sometimes.
Right.
It be extreme.
I kind of like to stay in the middle. I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm a nigga.
So, what you think about Kanye West running for president, man?
Boy, that nigga crazy.
I know, man.
That's all I can say about him.
Dave Chappelle just went to go visit him today.
I would definitely go talk to him myself. I don't think we should block the brother out, because when he said George Bush hate black people, he was the biggest black person in the world. Right. And I just think that, sometimes you're entitled to your own opinion.
Right.
I think he's an asshole and a narcissist and a crazy son gun that need to really sit down and think his thoughts through, because I kind of understand what he's saying sometimes, but he just say the worst fucking shit.
I know, man. I know.
Yeah, that's why, Dave Chappelle.
What the fuck they was supposed to do when they got there? You ain't even ever came up here, don't know nobody. I know if your ass in my mama's house, you're going to have to go get a job real quick. And that's all the shit that he said was just so fucking insensitive and to their families who still here because of the effort that they made when they got there. And then look at the brother Frederick Douglass. Like, he was illiterate when he got there. But if you read this brother's pages, I would give up everything that I own right now to be as smart as he was when he wrote memoirs and stuff, because he self-taught himself to do that. And the literacy at that point was like 5.0. Like, this cat was not a 4.0. He was like more than a 5.0, on the grade average level. And I say the same thing about Da Vinci and people like that. We could never sit down and think that good, because we got the planes, the trains, the automobiles. We got all these phones in our hands. So we can never be as smart as these brothers.
Right. Let me ask about two people that you work with, man. You work with Jibbs on Smile and Roscoe Dash on My Own Step. Where them cats at, man? Where them cats at now?
Oh yeah, Jibbs a real cool cat too. Jibbs a workout freak still. I see him all the time. I follow his page. Actually, me and Roscoe Dash just did a new song, which is dope.
Sweet.
Roscoe's always in the studio, man. He's a studio rat, and I wouldn't call him a rat, but he's a studio lab. That's fucked up. You can't even use your regular terminology no more.
Roscoe was popping at one time too, man. He was on.
I think when the music changes, whatever, for some of us, our style is so original, that maybe you tune into somebody else, but I guarantee you, if you go listen to him, he ain't changed a bit.
That's what's up, man. What about Jermaine Dupri, man? You ain't never worked with Jermaine?
No, I never worked with Jermaine. He was actually out with me, He actually had the franchise guys, so okay. Back to the center all the way. But I mean, I respect his craft. I respect everything about him. I think he's a legend. I think he's going down as one of the greatest to ever produce, coordinate, or be one of those guys who's in there who has that input that takes your message to the next level. I think that, he's that guy. And I definitely wouldn't mind getting in there with him, but I've definitely, never had a chance to have that conversation with Jermaine, because, we've been on opposite sides for a long time.
Hey man, check this out, man. Y'all, the South, Atlanta, y'all done had y'all hands on the hip hop game neck for a long time, man.
We ain't letting go. We ain't letting go.
You think y'all got y'all respect by now? You think
we don't need nobody to give us any respect? We just need a couple of media outlets so we can stop all of this.
Exactly,
that's
man.
All the media outlets in New York and LA and all these other places. So if we had one good one like Complex or anything in Atlanta, we wouldn't have to call our music snap music. When Pee Wee Longway said sneaking and geeking and Future used geeking 72 times on his first album, 42 times on the last album, and he put all these albums in between. So we all know it's geek music.
Right.
They called it snap music. So that alone right there lets you know how much power is out of Atlanta that we need in Atlanta. So if we had that power alone, then we can name our shit not mumble music. we can name whatever, because those are derogatory terms coming from people who got media powerhouses. So yeah, that's the only thing Atlanta missing, but we ain't giving it up. You know, I got 3 cousins right now that rap better than half of the niggas that's out, and they in a good position, so they coming. You know, I'm telling you, like it's gonna be a long. I like what Charlotte doing with the baby, and a lot of these other cats that's coming up out of that.
Baby is nice, but little baby from Atlanta, and he nice too.
Man, Lil Baby just transcended the game when he made that Bigger Than Black and White and got tears out of my eyes. Like that was like I would even thinking that somebody from this era would tap into me like that, you know, because I'm basically like, these cats getting their money. This is like a one song, this a party song.
Right.
But this guy right here, he has just changed the game. Like he's showing that the streets listening. And we just not some young cats out here running around with some hot heads. This dude is definitely the real deal.
Let me ask you this: is it Quality Control or is it Lil Baby?
It's Lil Baby. In that sense, that I'm saying, like far as you know who I like and what I think is changing the industry. But Quality Control as a whole, I think you have to have that foundation for you to think like that. I was just saying that about, you know, the brother Frederick Douglass and, you know, the Leonardo da Vinci. These cats, you know, from these different eras had a chance to go to the max. And for Lil Baby to be able to tap into that Bigger Than Black and White in this day and age, be able to think, to put it together like that, you know, word for word, bar for bar, you know, and not make it a party record, not make it, you know, that mumble type of atmosphere that's already been created. I thought it was off the charts.
So is Quality Control, are they the new Death Row?
I don't know. I think they're a great label. I think they dope or whatever. I haven't heard everyone off the label, but from what I've heard, I think they're dope. But
I do too, man.
I mean, Death Row has some bodies up under their belt.
I know. But Quality Control, man, they on their ass, man. They on their ass.
Yeah.
Man. But I remember Suave House. You remember Suave House?
Huh?
I remember Suave House was holding the South down for a minute. Suave House Records, they was holding it down.
When they had 8-Ball MJG and them cats.
Oh yeah, they was holding it down for a minute.
That was dope. Yeah, that coming out hard, all of that stuff was dope. Yeah. I mean, you know, I don't know anything about those cats. I'm from Bankhead and Perry Home, and before that, I think my favorite rapper was Tony motherfucking Rock, because that was the only tape that I can afford back in the day. Yeah. And what was the other one we had? What was that Compton's in the house? That whatever that song.
Yeah. Right.
That soundtrack, dope. Yeah.
Now let me ask you, everything good with you and T.I.? You know,
oh yeah, man. Tip is the king of trap music, and I respect him. I mean, without Tip, Bankhead wouldn't be where it's at. Before Shawty Lo, R.I.P. Shawty Lo passed, he had a chance to have a conversation with Tip. They stayed right down the street from each other. They saw each other every day. You know, they had patched that up, well patched that up. You feel what I'm saying?
That's what's
and,
up.
You got to give a brother respect, man. You know, I think they just had a big misunderstanding. It never had anything to do with me. I think, you know, Shawty Lo, he made his point. I think he tried to get a song or something with Tip, and Tip didn't do the song. And Lo was definitely the king of Bankhead at the time. So, you know, he had some grievances, and they definitely worked that out before he had a chance to pass. And I'm glad they did, because Tip's a great brother. And every time I see him, his son, the money, all of those cats, man, you know, they real good people. And I'm looking forward to probably working with him on a movie or something in the future. I've been trying to get my acting on, and Tip on Bankhead. He's going to get us in a movie.
Exactly.
Well, that's good to know. I'm glad you shared that. I'm glad to hear that they patched that up before he passed on.
They stayed like they was neighbors. Like Lo moved right next door to Tip, you know, with no rap money.
I tell you what, give us a Pool Palace story, man. I hear all these stories about the Pool Palace, man. Give me a quick Pool Palace story.
Pool Palace story. I don't know. I got so many Pool Palace stories. I can tell you the first time I got out of prison, and I walked into Pool Palace. That's the first time I heard Bitch Can't Do It Like Me played in the club too, because I had just got out that day. It was walking around, and I don't know if you know this cat named Hotel and Rico Brooks and all of these cats that had Gorilla Zoe and everything back in the day. And I seen this cat holding the box of CDs, and I was like, yo, where you going with those CDs? I was like, let me see one. Looked at the CD, it had D4L on there. We wasn't the D4L that y'all know now. We had all the black on all the time. You know, it was all the 100 of us and everything. I was like, give me one of those CDs. That's me on that CD. And he was like, who is you? I was like, I'm Fabo. And so he was like, man, give you that when he see this. So I tried to grab the box. Hotel took off through the club. I got in the club. I was like, this dude, and he worked with us until, the D4L situation kind of had, dissipated. And I would just say, that's why we kept him with us, because he ran with that box. I felt like that's somebody I want working for me. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when I walked in the club, dude, we was in there for a minute, and I heard that Bet You Can't Do It Like Me, come on. And they all dropped into the dance. Dude, I mean, tears, like real tears. Like, you got to think, I've been locked up. Like, I didn't know I was this famous. And man, when I tell you, so that's got to be my favorite Pool Palace moment, to see everybody in the club join to that little snap.
Right,
Boom.
right.
Like me,
Right.
and man, I thought that was the greatest moment I ever had at the Pool Palace. Besides knocking the other niggas out and not having to fight the whole fight. You out? You out? You finished? All right. I had a couple of moments like that too. No, I'm just playing.
In D4L, a lot of people would consider you back in the day as the hype man of the group, but you kind of went past that.
I'm more than hype man. I'm the front man for a reason.
That's where I'm getting at. That's where I'm getting at. You was like both the leader of the group and the hype man.
I was the leader of the Type of Life training camp with me, drummer, Dro, and all of us too. I was the leader of that group. A lot of them cats stayed with me at my house. People hear that Spaceship song, and I guess they look at me like some rocket scientist out here on the street smoking dope or some shit. But I'm always the nigga who got the apartment and niggas staying with me. These all my apartments, these all my houses, these my cars that y'all see. All of this is mine. These niggas around me, and any nigga that ain't around me, I'm affiliated with them. Whether it's Dro or anybody else, that I was dealing with back in the day, whether it was Shawty Low or whatever, he had a guy to go get his drinks. I probably would never have done it, but around the time when I started getting for him, I fucking washed his car for him. He didn't even have to ask me. He was just that good of a dude. You know what I mean? So yeah,
that's what's up.
Low wasn't in the group though, but I was the leader of that group too. Low wasn't in the group. If Low was in the group, I probably wouldn't have been the leader of the group.
I tell you what, let's get to your new project, man. Jump, man. I love that song, Jump, man. Talk to us about
that's off the Return of the Jedi. And I look at myself as the last Jedi, the last of the originals. You had Michael, you had James, you got all these different cats or whatever that you knew them by their first name. And that's me. I'm the last of those guys, the one that came up with his own, who don't sound like nobody else, and I continue to create every day.
Yeah, Jump is going hard on TikTok, man.
Man, Jump. The $1,000 contest right now is going crazy. I never thought that people would do a whole dance like that, but I was like, they got the Dougie, they got the Renegade. I was like, what can I do? And with the times like they were or whatever, I wanted to put my little message in there because, with the police, killing these guys and everything, I felt like, we need to jump. We need to stick out our neck and kick. You need to beat that drum right now. You need to, right
That's
now,
my favorite part.
Nobody stand on the sideline. That's basically what the song's saying. You got to beat that drum. You got to pop that time if you got to. You got to cock that bitch. Like it's time. And that's what you hear. You hear me with my activism. You hear me with my anger. But this is the way I express myself. I dance. I have fun. So it's creative. And but when you get to listen to the song, it said "fuck nigga time up." Like that's basically what it's about. It's about saying, man, we just done had enough.
Right.
Hey, Big Trav, why don't we read a question from the audience if they have a question for Fabo?
Let's
see here. It says, asking, is they cool with them franchise boys?
Yeah. I do shows with them all the time. Still don't mean they steal my dance.
Oh, my man, Q.
I watched Parlay yesterday. Parlay is an activist. He's a great guy. He worked with the kids in the community. He worked with a lot of guys kids that play football. They came through him. This guy's an excellent person. Pimping. He was the first person to do a track for me, a professional track, whatever. If it weren't for Pimping, I wouldn't be in the industry probably, period, because that Money song blew up in the Palace first, made me go back, made Shawty Low start talking to me because I was like the first round draft pick. Shawty Low already had 100 rappers. Like, it was just that I was on those songs. And that was because of Pimpin'. So they took me on the road with them first. It was just an initial misunderstanding where I felt like, man, y'all doing my stuff or whatever. And I think, them probably thinking that we would never make it, you know, you kind of get feeling yourself like, oh, them niggas ain't gonna make it. I'll look out for that nigga when I get back. Whatever the situation would have been, I ain't care at the time. But you know, they always stayed our friends. I don't think it was ever no real beef. I seen them every day in the hood, like across the street. And that's what you hear me say on that interview. I was like, nigga, you gonna break me from your whole life? Like, you know? But yeah, we still friends. Like, I just performed with them in Arizona right before the corona hit, and Pimpin booked me. Like, because Pimpin do a lot of booking, I do a lot of booking myself, and you know, I would book them too. Like, we do, you know, stuff like that. So yeah, we got a great relationship, definitely.
That's what's up. Any plans to tour coming up?
I mean, yeah, we working on something right now, whatever, documentary and all kind of stuff, whatever. But you know, basically, it's just all about me, man. You know, I ain't stay gone for 10 years to talk about them niggas.
That's what's up, man. Hey, man, well, check this out, man. It was great to have you on, man. I really appreciate you coming on, man. You yeah,
man, definitely, man. I want everybody to go check out the Last Jedi project, Return of the Jedi, and I also have a couple of more songs on there, which is the Star Wars track, which is about my homegirl that committed suicide. Y'all should check that track out. I have another track, something like the Laffy Taffy track, which is the Again track. Where they do that again, dude. Do that is done. Lick your tongue. That's your friend. Slap that ass. One more again, you know. We got a couple of party tracks on that. Yeah, man. And this Jump track is the most recent track. I urge y'all to go check out that K-Camp album too. That Kiss 5, we redid the Tat It Up. That thing is crazy on there. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff I'll be on Wildin' Out. Well, I was gonna be on Wildin' Out. It was supposed to air 8/12, so
you cool with Nick?
With that was the next thing I had coming up, you know. But
are you cool with Nick?
Yeah, I mean, you know, about as far as I can see him, I don't know him really, but I mean, every time I meet him, you know, he seems like a stand-up guy. He always, you know, look out for me or whatever. But yeah, I mean, about as far as I can see him, I'm cool with everybody.
How about DC Young Fly? You ever
yeah, DC Young Fly, that's the homie. Like that's nephew. Like he's my DC Young Fly. He cool with everybody too.
That's what's
up. What about D-Rock and Kane?
Yeah, D-Rock and Kane, those the homies, those big homies. Like, you know, I started out with D-Rock and Kane. Y'all probably wouldn't remember this. When they went back and they did the 12LE way back in the day, I was hanging with Cooley C. I actually worked with them on that album.
That's what's up.
That first single, I worked with Yin Yang Twins on their first single.
Hey, hey, check this out, man. My co-host that just had
actually named Young Dro too. That's crazy. Man, I got history. His name was DeJuan before you met me, but we made a song one night called "Blame It on the Dro." I was like, "Yo, that's your name." And Dream was like, "Yeah, I think that's your name." But he agreed with Rob, but he didn't agree with me. But he still called himself Dro now.
Hey, check this out, man. I need a favor. My co-host that just had surgery. He's watching the program, man. Can you give him some encouraging words? Can you say what's up to him?
Q, check this out, man. We need you, bruh. This other dude, he ain't said nothing the whole time. He get a question in every now and then, bruh, but boy, I'm telling you, you got too good with them glass in the background, rocking.
I'm just a quiet. Hey, man, I'm just a quiet hype man.
Get well. Hope you can pull through quicker than usual. You know what I mean? And get on back here, man. They need you.
I tell you what, can you give me? I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead right quick. Can you give me one?
I'm starting to see spaceships on Bankhead.
That's what's up. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. That's my dude, man. Hey, man, thanks for coming through, man. Hey, man, we appreciate you, man.
Hey, man, I appreciate y'all for having me, man. Y'all go check out the website, geekcity.com. GIK. It stands for Give Instead of Kill. And we'll go from there.
Yeah.
All
I'll
right.
let you, baby. All right.
Salute, brother.
Thanks for coming in, brother.
Hey, man, that was dope, man.
Yeah, it was.
He gave us a
I gotta admit,
into.
I gotta admit, I was a little starstruck. Yeah, I was a little starstruck. Yeah.
You was? Yeah, man, that was dope, man. He a real cool brother, man. They all need to be like that. Let me go to the comments, man. Q was watching. Let me see if let me see here. Oh, he said thanks. Yeah, I see you, Oliver Jackson, man. That's what's up, man. Thanks. He said salute. No problem, Q, man. That was for you, baby, man. This This is our baby, man. We got to keep this rolling, man.
Well, sorry we didn't get to everybody's questions. I know a lot of people had a lot of questions out there for Fabo. We'll catch them next time.
Oh yeah, for sure, man. For sure, man. And yeah, man. Shout out to Fabo, man. I can't wait to chop this up and get it back out to everybody. And but that was a good look. I was excited. You know, you said you was looking forward to it, and you said you was starstruck. You really?
Yeah, he said I was quiet, but you know, I just wanted to hear him talk, man.
Right.
That's
dope.
I don't want to
That's dope. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. And listen, check this out, guys. Listen, we're gonna keep it going. Tomorrow, we got another 2000 to 2010 artists. We got Crime Mob coming through tomorrow. Actually, Little J. Remember, Little J on the track. Rock your hips. Little J gonna be with us from Crime Mob tomorrow.
That's what's up.
Nook. If you bug, that's what I'm talking about. So he gonna be with us tomorrow. And then on Thursday, Positive K manager called me and they rescheduled for next Thursday. So on Thursday, we just gonna have JJ Fad on Thursday, and then we'll have Positive K next week. And then
all of them?
I'm working. What's that?
JJ Fad, all of them?
No, just Sassy C. She was the lead rapper. So Sassy C. She'll be I don't know. You know, I asked her, was it gonna be all three of them? And she said she's not sure. So as far as I know, is she said they all live in different cities. So
okay.
So she said it'll probably be just her. So that's Thursday. And then like I said, Positive K rescheduled for next Thursday. And then I'm working on a few more. So hopefully we can line up Monday through Wednesday next week.
It'd be cool if all three of them can get on Zoom.
Yeah, the thing is they like too far out because they don't know. So I told them like who was I waiting on? God, I forget. Oh,